zoom right in tight. Alright, the most important thing is that you make the chicken skin tight so you can feel where the bones are. When you start, you're going to start with your knife on one side or the other of the bone and work your way along. You want my knife tip touching the cartilage in the center, working towards the tail. Okay? I'm going to turn the chicken around and go the opposite way on the same side. My knife pointed towards the cartilage. When I get down here, I'm feeling for the wishbone. I'm on the wishbone. I'm going to try to cut right along the wishbone without cutting through it. Hard to do when my knife is sharp. Okay? All the way down. Okay? Now I can now see the wishbone. I can now see that my knife is on top of the cartilage. I want to be on top. Look, I could actually use my finger to do it. You know, next time I do it for you, I'll do it with the spoon. All right? If I split away, yeah, spoon, plastic spoon. All right, this way. All right. Now I see the fat line. Roll it over. Don't cut through the leg. Cut through the fat. All right, all the way down to the chicken breast. Right? All the way down to the chicken itself, and take as much of this off as I can. I don't want to get any bones. Right? Roll it over. Keep working it down. Look. It's completely open. I could actually, if I was strong enough, pull it right off. But I just want to cut through those tendons. That's it. Done. All right? Look how clean it is. Right? There's no meat left behind. Same thing on the other side. Right? Up here, I want to look for the wishbone. Right? This one's broken, so I have to be careful. Right? Turn it around, walk the other way. Again, my knife is against the middle cartilage piece. I don't want to cut too far down. Right? I want to be on top. If it splits like that, I want to go back and be back on top of those breast pieces, right? All the way down. See, I can see the wishbone. I want to be able to see the wishbone on both sides. If I did that, I did it right. Same thing. Look, here's my fat line, right? See, there's the fat line. Cut on the fat line, all the way down to the chicken, all the way down, right? I want to try to get as much of this off as I can without cutting any bones. Just keep working it down, working it down, working it down, working it down, working it down. Boom, done. All right. Turn it over on its back. You can see the big nodule of meat. See it? See it? Okay. Now I want to make sure my incision is above that, right? And just, if I look in here, you see there's a fat line right there. Right? I'm just going to roll it down. The whole leg is at already, right? It's away from the thing. I'm just going to cut through those cartilage pieces that hold it. Okay? All the way down. Same thing, other side. Push down and lift, right? My incision is up here above that ball, right? And then I'm going to try to roll it and lift it. And get that meat piece out of there. See what I'm saying? It's out of the socket. I just pop the leg right out, and I don't have. There's no chance of me cutting through anything. Okay? Done. And then when I want to wash the back, the bones don't connect. So if I make an incision this way, right in there, and pop it open, this part I don't have to worry about. This is clean. There's nothing stuck in there. The breast itself. You don't have to worry about that. It's this stuff that I want to get rid of. That I got to get the stuff out of my chicken. One more time. Okay. The most important thing is that you start with the chicken skin tight so you can see that breastbone. Feel for it, right? Feel for it. Feel it? There you go. All right, so I'm going to start with my knife. And again, it's up. It's not like this. This is the one time when you really need to use your knife tip as opposed to the knife blade. And I still hold my knife exactly the same way as I do when I cut with a chef knife. The fingers are in the same place. They're not on top. Right? This is very important. This, I have no control over the knife. This is very important. Incision on the bone. One side or the other. Feel for the bone. And work your way towards the tail. Turn the chicken around, same side, right? Make my incision and cut towards the wishbone. Feel for it, because there's a space between the wishbone and the breastplate. Come down here, nice and tight. Right on it, nice and clean. Okay? I want to see that bone. When I see the bone, I know I've done it right. And again, we want to stay on top of the rib cage. If I split it with my knife tip, I got to go back and grab it so that I don't get inside there. Pull it away with your finger. Right? Again, I'm looking for that fat line. I don't want to cut through the leg. I don't want to cut the tip of the breast off. I just want to release the whole thing away. Roll it over. Right? And work on top. All the way down here. I'm looking for those little tendons that are holding it in there. See it? Okay. That's it. It's easy. When you know, after you do 1,000 of them, it becomes really simple. Right? So you just have 999 to go. Exactly. Right? Along that bone, I want to keep it tight. I want to make sure when I pull it away that it's clean. See how clean it is? There's nothing there. Same thing the other way. Right? On top. On top. I promise the next time we do this, I'll do it with the plastic spoon and show you. Because if you know where the bones are, you can do it with anything. I could actually, if I could cut through the skin with my finger, I could do the rest of it with my finger, really. Cut on the fat line, down to the breast. Remember, wing and breast in my hand, on the fat line. All the way down. All the way down to the chicken. right? Push, lift, lift, lift. Here it is. Right? I just want to get that socket out. See the tendons really well there, right? See the tendons really well? Yeah. Okay, over, down. There's the big piece of meat. It's very easy to see when you press down on it. Again, above with my knife. Roll the knife in there, right? And pull the whole thing's away. I don't even need a knife. Okay. Again, other side. Just lift it over. If you flip the breast over the other direction, it's easier, so you know which way you are. Right? Again, I'm lifting and pulling, and I'm using my knife blade to lift it away. Right? Same thing. That's it. There's no cutting of any bones. If you get too deep in here, you need to come back up on top. We don't want to get our blade caught in here. Okay? And that's why I say you need to feel for the bone with your knife. And that way you can work right tight, close against it. Same thing on the other side. This is the very important part. You'll notice there's very little breast meat left on mine as compared to some of the ones that you guys did where there's big chunks of it on there still. You know, it really needs, you know, the portion size of the breast becomes different if you leave the meat behind. You want everyone to get a fair shake for the portion. Okay? Again, just pop that open, separate that out. I don't care about that. With this stuff, I got to get out of here. If I want to make stock, all this stuff's going to make my stock cloudy. All right? Even if I roasted it and then made stock with it, it would still make it cloudy because there's pieces of liver and heart and all that other gooey stuff that's in there. All right? So you understand. Thanks, Danielle, for videotaping.